is what happens is, these celebrities, they get a call. Okay, they get a call from someone powerful in Hollywood. And that person says, Kamala, you don't have to. It's up to you. But if you don't, they don't say it. But if you don't, you're just never going to get a call again. No more movies, no more concerts. They're asking a really nice way. Important.
And so they don't say that if you don't.
They don't make the threat. They don't need to. But everyone knows what will happen if you don't.
A lot of people are curious about the status of P. Diddy.
What?
P. Diddy. Diddy.
Something unexpected just exploded online, and suddenly all eyes are locked in. Elon Musk and 50 Cent are being pulled into a storm many believe could shake music, Hollywood, and even politics at the same time. What began as quiet whispers about power, leverage, and hidden secrets has now grown into a full digital firestorm. This story runs far deeper than headlines suggest. Stay locked in, because once you hear the full context and connections behind it, you may see how the industry really operates.
The people in power that gave that ring to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So
between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
You run. This cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that you just have not shown?
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make the. Was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things.
I know next year is going to be a number 2. Season 2.
I just put it on YouTube.
I just put it on YouTube. Well, we can subscribe and get it. I love.
At the center of the conversation is a theory that social media cannot stop dissecting. Many believe there is a layered power structure quietly running the entertainment world, one that connects artists, moguls, media corporations, and even figures far outside Hollywood. In this narrative, Elon Musk represents control over a massive digital platform, years of stored data, and a reputation for confronting people others avoid. To online theorists, his ownership of X is not just about social media, but about access to conversations most people were never meant to see. 50 Cent, on the other hand, brings pressure from a different angle. Through interviews, documentaries, and constant commentary, he positions himself as someone willing to challenge an industry he claims survives by protecting its own. Together, their names have fueled speculation that power in entertainment is far more centralized and hidden than the public realizes. As the claims grow larger, the questions keep stacking up and the reaction has already turned heated. Online, the glossy fairy tale image of Hollywood is beginning to crack. More people are suggesting that real influence isn't held by faces on magazine covers or winners on award stages, but by forces operating quietly behind closed doors. According to these rumors, power lives behind corporate walls, velvet ropes, and friendly smiles that may conceal loyalty deals, leverage, and enforced silence. Everything escalated when comments from both Musk and 50 ignited rumor culture into overdrive. Suddenly, people began asking whether the biggest stories were never written in headlines at all, but buried deep inside inboxes, private messages, and conversations assumed to be lost forever.
The end isn't a guess. I've seen the signs. Most people won't be ready once we're there.
That idea alone has sent social media into a frenzy. Viewers are openly questioning whether Elon Musk would ever pull back the curtain even slightly. Nothing like that has been confirmed, but the possibility alone is enough to keep the conversation burning. At the same time, 50 Cent has been loud and relentless, reposting clips, highlighting patterns, nomming names, and reviving topics the industry would rather bury. Online, many are now wondering if two men from completely different worlds are, knowingly or not, aiming at the same target.
In a documentary, there's a couple things I'll share with you guys on what I took away from it. But Rob, maybe share the clip on how he got access to some of the footage of the documentary. Is this the one, Rob?
Yep.
Go for it.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
Perhaps intentionally or not, their voices are colliding online at the same moment, and rumor culture believes timing is everything. Fans are questioning whether the entertainment world is truly built on talent and fame, or if it actually runs on alliances, favors, quiet agreements, and hidden deals no one wants to discuss publicly. This isn't about a single person, one scandal, one interview, or one documentary. The theory keeps growing, gaining momentum as people connect more dots, suggesting that the story is far bigger than any single name. Online, a popular theory is taking shape. The entertainment industry isn't flat at all, it's structured like a pyramid. At the bottom are the stars everyone sees, the faces on magazine covers, the performers, the award winners. Above them sit moguls and cultural icons, wielding influence over careers, deals, and opportunities. And at the very top, there's a mysterious layer, one that no one can clearly identify. That mystery is what keeps the questions coming. If this pyramid exists, who is truly at the top? What makes this structure even stranger is that the so-called bottom doesn't feel small. The first level alone features figures so powerful they don't need last names, people like Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Even at the visible level, influence and control are enormous, hinting that the deeper layers could hold extraordinary, almost untouchable power. This concept has viewers glued to the theory, endlessly speculating about who really shapes the industry.
You can tell that the people in power that gave that ring to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact, they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky and Diddy is, and was, rambunctious, just out with it. It don't mean that they're not two of the same. One just a little quieter with it.
Online, Jay-Z and Beyoncé are treated like royalty, the ultimate power couple who turned music into an empire. But rumor culture paints a different picture. Across podcasts, TikTok breakdowns, Twitter threads, and YouTube deep dives, fans speculate that even they might not be the ones calling the final shots behind the scenes.
There's a lot of negative stuff around Jay-Z right now, which is clearly damaging to him.
Yeah, and I think there's like a famous quote from someone who was acquitted, and he said, all right, where do I go to get my reputation back?
Right.
I mean, social media was a light. Beyonce's next. Jay-Z's next. All the people in the inner circle is next.
Yeah, and the problem is there are just so many pictures of the two of them partying together, and he clearly was at a lot of Diddy parties.
That's where Jaguar Wright keeps surfacing in the conversation. Her old interviews constantly reappear online, and whether people believe her or not, her impact is clear. She speaks fast, loud, and passionately like someone who witnessed things she wasn't supposed to. She questions why certain interviewers avoid asking Jay-Z key questions, why specific topics are never addressed, and why some rumors are allowed to persist indefinitely. Critics dismiss her as merely storytelling, while supporters call her fearless. Either way, her words make one thing clear: every time she speaks, the silence of others only fuels more curiosity and speculation.
Last time, and Piers Morgan said it, they're not here to defend themselves. Do you think the Carters will speak about any of this? About
Beyonce
what's going on?
is losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything. Just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say something?
I mean, probably not, considering she's going to be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there. How many people does he have to be aware of before people see him for who he is?
It seems like these artists are trying to run away from their past. Diddy changed his name multiple times to say, that's not me. I'm trying to move beyond Diddy. I'm love now.
What kind of love? Baby oil love? Baby love? Explicit love? Hey!
Then there's the Aaliyah conversation, which refuses to fade. For over 20 years, online communities have pieced together timelines, relationships, and countless what-if theories surrounding her death. No evidence or official proof has implicated anyone, yet the lack of answers only intensifies speculation. Once again, silence is what keeps the story burning.
But wait, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah and Beyonce's solo career was struggling? Jam on your horn now. From the Austin Power, the worst. They were having a hard time taking her solo. And then Aaliyah. And then they brought Rich Harrison in. And you know, got me thinking some crazy right now. She liked.
Beyoncé's role adds another complex layer to the story. She may be one of the most protected celebrities alive, shielded by her immense success, cultural influence, legacy, and years of carefully maintained perfection. But that level of protection doesn't calm conspiracy culture, it fuels it. Whenever fame, wealth, and silence exist together, the internet rushes to fill in the gaps with theories and speculation. This is why the first level of the pyramid, the celebrity layer, is never quiet. It's chaotic, emotional, and filled with unanswered questions. Whether people believe the theories or not, the sheer volume of discussion shows that these figures represent more than music. They've become modern myths. If the pyramid theory continues upward, the focus shifts away from celebrities and toward empires. This is where moguls enter the conversation, and two names consistently rise to the top: Oprah Winfrey and Clive Davis. No crimes have been proven, but both names appear repeatedly in discussions about behind-the-scenes influence. The reason is simple: power. Oprah didn't just build a talk show, she built a platform capable of shaping careers, culture, and even politics. When power reaches that level, conspiracy theories naturally follow. People scrutinize her associations, alliances, moments of silence, and instances of involvement. In rumor culture, every photo, every handshake, and every connection becomes a potential piece of a much larger puzzle, feeding speculation about who really controls what in entertainment and beyond.
A lot of people are curious about the status of P. Diddy.
Status of what?
P. Diddy. Diddy.
The status of Pumpkin.
What do you make of that situation? Right. No comment from Clive Davis.
Clive Davis represents a different layer in this conversation. As the industry's old guard, over 90 years old, still active, influential, and respected, his longevity stands out in a field where careers often burn out quickly. Online, that kind of staying power sparks curiosity, prompting people to question how he maintains influence and what unseen networks or strategies keep him at the top.
They sacrificed Diddy. They said, we gotta take this. We can't be involved. But Diddy's smart. He filmed every, so he was live, and the mother freak boy that run Universal Music Group. So he got them on some. Now that's why they raiding the house, because they got friends in Homeland Security and the Feds, and they said get in there and get them tapes from this kind of blackmailers. That's what I believe is going on.
That curiosity quickly evolves into theory. Commentators highlight Clive Davis's close ties with Diddy, his influence in shaping Bad Boy Records, and his decades-long involvement with Whitney Houston's career. After Whitney's death, these connections fueled speculation. Fans revisit interviews, align timelines, and replay moments where Clive openly discussed his relationships, analyzing every detail for hidden meaning and potential behind-the-scenes influence.
So I tell the homies, give me a minute. Jimmy said, man, I'm here because Clive Davis called me, and him and Puppy is real tight, and, love it. So I thought he was talking like they got love for each other. All right. He said, yeah, they all love it. I said, well, why you keep saying that? I said, look, all these, you said.
People wonder why Clive Davis's word holds so much influence in the industry. While there's no proof of wrongdoing in the digital world, unanswered questions quickly spark speculation and discussion.
And then all of the she suffered. You know, Luther Vandross, that was nasty work, Clive. Swinging it at Jay-Z's knees. I'm swinging it at Clive Davis's knees. And I'm swinging it at anybody else's knees who has had anything to do with this tyranny, with this evil.
At this point, the theory shifts focus. With names like Oprah and Clive Davis, attention moves from celebrity behavior to the design of the industry itself. Conversations online center on money flow, legal teams, corporate boards, media alliances, and gatekeepers. Many argue this level isn't about talent, it's about access. Who gets amplified, who gets protected, and who quietly disappears. Two powerful figures controlling massive empires, one in storytelling, the other in music and broader culture, create a combination that feels like genuine, far-reaching influence.
Kind of weird what Diddy with certain patterns on certain people in his life. Add Suge Knight on. Well, around the same time while this is going on, 6, 7, 8 months ago. And he says, look, no man wakes up one day and learns how to do this kind of stuff. What do you mean no man wakes up one day? Somebody had to teach you on how to bribe and do this and hold people hostage and da-da-da-da-da.
Then the pyramid takes an unexpected turn. Religion enters the conversation. T.D. Jakes, one of the most recognizable pastors in the country, preaches to massive audiences across churches, television, and online platforms. Normally, that world stays separate from Hollywood, but rumor culture doesn't respect boundaries. When 50 Cent began posting about Jakes, joking and dropping hints, it pulled the church world into entertainment discussions. Nothing was confirmed and no evidence emerged, yet conspiracy culture thrives on these unexpected overlaps. People online began asking why a pastor's name was being linked to celebrity headlines, fueling speculation and debate across social media. Some viewers took the theory even further, suggesting that religious influence can surpass money and power. Control over belief, fear, forgiveness, guilt, and identity, forms of authority that don't rely on contracts, cameras, or public visibility. That idea feels almost cinematic, even unbelievable, which only draws conspiracy culture in deeper. Clips of T.D. Jakes discussing sin, repentance, and forgiveness were edited and spread across social media. Out of context, they appear alarming. In context, they're just sermons. Yet rumor culture doesn't pause for context. The longer his name hovered near entertainment discussions, the louder and more persistent the questions became.
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or that's all that happens at Diddy parties. I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap on is... that can be a very uncomfortable situation. You know, we're going to pray on it, praise the Lord, you know.
Truly shifts. The question was never whether any individual actually committed wrongdoing. What caught people's attention was something far more unsettling: how a religious leader even became part of the same online discussion as music executives, celebrities, and media power brokers. That unexpected overlap became fuel. In rumor culture, strange intersections matter more than evidence. This phase of the theory earned its own label online, the mystery layer, where industry whispers collide with faith, influence, and silence. At the same time, Elon Musk's role in the conversation kept expanding. When he bought X, it didn't just make him another tech billionaire with a social media platform. In the eyes of online theorists, it repositioned him as a potential gatekeeper of information. Many people believe data is the most powerful form of leverage in the modern world, stronger than money, fame, or even political authority. Once Musk became the owner of a platform filled with years of private messages, executive conversations, celebrity exchanges, political discussions, and deleted threads, speculation exploded. Suddenly, people weren't talking about tweets. They were talking about archives. The idea wasn't that Musk had done anything specific or illegal. It was the possibility that mattered. Online, people started asking whether conversations that were never meant to leave private inboxes still existed somewhere. Messages that crossed industries. Messages connecting entertainment, business, politics, and media in ways the public was never supposed to see. Nothing confirms that such material exists, but rumor culture doesn't require confirmation. It survives on imagination, timing, and coincidence. When Musk appeared on the Joe Rogan podcast, he didn't accuse anyone directly. He didn't name names. He didn't promise revelations. But hearing someone at that level speak broadly about corruption, compromised systems, and power dynamics was enough. In rumor culture, who speaks matters more than what is said. Almost immediately, online communities began imagining hidden vaults of data, forgotten backups, deleted conversations that were never truly erased. To many, Musk became a symbol, not of exposure but of potential exposure. To be clear, there is no evidence that Musk plans to leak anything. There is no proof he possesses damaging information about celebrities. There is no sign he is preparing to challenge Hollywood directly. But rumor culture doesn't wait for facts. It feeds on possibility. And the idea that Elon Musk and 50 Cent, two figures known for disruption in completely different ways, were moving through the internet conversation at the same moment gave conspiracy-minded viewers all the fuel they needed. One idea began to dominate these discussions more than any other. Leverage, not tabloid gossip, not cheating scandal, something deeper and harder to define. According to online theorists, the entertainment industry doesn't run on awards, album sales, talent, or even money. It runs on information, secrets. In this version of Hollywood, success isn't about what you do on stage or on screen. It's about what others know about you behind closed doors. That belief transforms Hollywood from a dream factory into something else entirely: a vault. A vault filled with non-disclosure agreements, private recordings, whispered party stories, and moments captured by the wrong camera at the wrong time. Fans point to a pattern they believe keeps repeating. New stars enter the industry loud, fearless, outspoken, and unfiltered, Then over time something changes, they become careful, media-trained, polished, silent. According to rumor culture, that isn't maturity, it's education. Somewhere along the way, someone explains the rules. Online, people ask why celebrities who claim to have nothing to hide still sign airtight NDAs, why list stars avoid naming names, why friendships feel calculated and alliances look strategic, why everyone seems connected yet no one speaks openly. To conspiracy-minded viewers, that silence isn't accidental, it's contractual. They believe it's also why scandals feel so explosive when they finally surface. If one secret leaks, rumor culture assumes dozens more were buried behind it. That's why lawsuits generate such intense reactions online. People aren't shocked by the claims themselves. What surprises them is that something managed to break through it all. Every settlement, every NDA payout, every sudden social media disappearance is interpreted as evidence of a larger structure underneath. In rumor culture, one lawsuit is never just one story. It's the first brick pulled from a much bigger wall. Layer onto that the long history of whispered Hollywood parties, stories that stretch back decades, mansions with no phone rules, private rooms, invitations that are never publicly acknowledged, executives appearing beside actors and politicians with no clear explanation. None of it illegal, at least on paper, just strange. And mystery feeds speculation fast. Online theorists claim these gatherings aren't about fun or networking, but about leverage, being seen, being remembered, being documented. There is no evidence to support this, but the theory refuses to fade. When recent lawsuits involving major entertainers hit the headlines, an old rumor surged back into the spotlight: blackmail, a theory that has floated around Hollywood circles for generations. Nothing has been proven and all cases remain in legal processes. But online, the reaction was immediate and unified. Many believed this wasn't an ending, it was an opening crack. Then attention shifted again, this time to lawyers. Social media users noticed that the same legal names seemed to appear across multiple high-profile cases. No one accused these lawyers of crimes. Instead, people asked why such a small circle always handled the most sensitive situations. To conspiracy culture, repetition signals design, not coincidence. They argue that the industry is interconnected at every level, from legal teams to corporate boards to public relations firms. Nothing moves freely. Every step is anticipated, buffered, and controlled. That leads to the questions that keep resurfacing online. If Hollywood is clean, why are NDAs everywhere? Why are settlements expected? Why do gag orders feel routine? Why do certain documentaries never reach streaming platforms? Why do podcasts disappear without explanation? Why do interviews suddenly end when the wrong name comes up? To most people, these details seem technical or boring. To conspiracy-minded viewers, they look like the blueprint of a machine. Social media only intensifies that belief. One leaked message can destroy a career overnight. One short clip taken out of context can erase decades of goodwill. One rumor can cost millions in endorsements. In that environment, the most valuable asset isn't fame, it's protection. According to rumor culture, staying powerful means staying insulated. Some take the idea even further. They believe this explains why certain stars continue winning awards long after public interest fades, why some careers never decline, why some figures survive scandal after scandal. In this framework, it isn't luck. It's insulation, a system built on mutual risk, favors, and silence. The theory is simple: everyone at the top holds something on everyone else. What makes the idea so durable is that it doesn't rely on proof. It survives because Hollywood appears too polished, too controlled, too perfect, and people no longer trust perfection. They trust chaos, they trust whispers, they trust the belief that powerful systems always cast long shadows. This layer of the pyramid goes far beyond celebrity gossip. It suggests the industry operates on an unspoken agreement: I know your secrets, you know mine, and that's why nobody speaks. Rumor culture believes that if the truth behind that silence ever surfaced, the pyramid wouldn't just collapse, it would burn. So when Elon Musk speaks vaguely about power players, and when Joe Rogan mentions figures like Epstein even indirectly, conspiracy networks connect the dots instantly. Online voices begin asking a final question, one that pushes the theory past Hollywood altogether. Maybe this pyramid doesn't stop with entertainment. Maybe it stretches into tech, politics, law, and finance. And if that's true, then what people are watching now isn't just celebrity drama. It's the surface tension of something much bigger.